What's up, me Raandigars? We're back with another Persona 3 video. Now, here's the thing. The Nintendo Switch, it just got announced. And it's obvious with, I believe somebody showed that there was a layout of the Switch when they play on the Steam Deck or PC or something like that. But even if that was fake or something, I believe it was true. But even if it was, it's obvious that the Switch 2 is gonna get Persona 3 Reload. Now, here's the thing. Usually Atlus, whenever they release something on another console, they give something extra, even if it's like a small thing like the Royal Steelbook that nobody loves and just small 60 FPS. It gives something. Now, talking about Steelbooks, these are the two editions of Persona 3 Reload. By the way, I'm about to get this hopefully this month or maybe next year, but next month. But these are the two editions that are of Persona 3 Reload. One thing I did not like about Reload, and here's the thing, if I know not everybody watching this is a collector, so it's something personal. If you're someone who just collects and you are on a budget, or like you can just sometimes spend a bit more, Steelbooks are the charm because they feel premium, and if you can buy them separately, there's a bit of affordability there when it comes to Steelbooks. So the fact that neither of these have a steelbook really hurts. Now, here's the thing. I believe Atlus has this thing where they're treating remasters and remakes separately, or like something, and then the mainline stuff differently, and then some of the side games differently. Because give me a moment. Alright, here's the thing. I needed to pull something up. You'll find out in the video. But they do not release steelbooks for like remakes or remasters, what I believe. It's just kind of sad because if you're a collector, steelbooks are like the closest thing. For me, in an edition, there are two things that are important. Steelbook and the art book. Those two are love for me. Like, I'll be honest. Now, let's see. Metaphors Collector's Edition has a steelbook. God, I need to get this someday. SMT Vengeance Launch Edition. There's a steelbook. I have this one, and like, yeah, so these both are like premium mainline games. Let's go to Souls Hackers 2. It was by the way, I showed these two because these were in the same year Persona 3 Reload was, and these two got a steelbook. Souls Hackers 2 also got a steelbook. This was 2023, I'm assuming, right? Okay, but it was like either 2022 or 2023. This also has a steelbook case. It's written right here. So, however, the only one that, as far as I know, did not get a steel case was this Unicorn Overlord. Now, for me, I want to get this edition as well. I want to get into this game, but that's another story. But this game did not get a steelbook, so I always wonder, now I'm thinking, like, as far as we know, Atlus has different like operations and like headquarters or dev teams or whatever. Not headquarters, but operations and dev teams and different teams working. Like, I wonder, is it like separated in a sense? Like, okay, this team will work on the big projects, Persona 6, Metaphor, SMT Vengeance, and then there's this team that will work on the remakes and remasters, like Raido Kuzunoa, SMT Nocturne, which also didn't get a steelbook. Reload, and now the Persona 4 remake, or maybe they're like the remake and remastered are separate, and then there's like this side ones, like this game and other games will be worked on. I wonder if that's the case, because this game not getting a steelbook is a bit shocking considering every other game got it, and this is like a 2024, I was gonna say this year, but 2024 release. Now, Raido Kuzuno's launch edition was shown, but it was like just shown that it's on the store page. We don't know if this game is getting a steelbook. As far as I know, if it was, we'd be seeing that. I could be wrong, but hoping this Raido Kuzunoa gets a steelbook. Because here's the thing, I'll say this again: if you're not a collector, those who are, comment below if you understand what I mean. Like, if you can't buy every single game's collector's edition, that's like, unless you're super rich, sure, like, props to you and hope you succeed. But you can't buy every single collector's edition. I buy a lot of Persona ones. Sometimes I find some cheap, so I pick them up. But in most cases, you can't just keep on going collector's editions over collector's editions over collector's editions. Steelbooks, however, are the gem, because they're like premium stuff that you can buy for cheap if you can buy them like if it's separately, like get them separately. Sometimes you can like get like steelbooks, just steelbooks without game separately for really cheap. So it's one of those things, like there's this premium feeling as a collector to get steelbooks. So I really hope that the launch edition for Raidou Kuzuno has a steelbook. Now, this video is not for this. This video is actually for what can we see in the Switch 2 version of Reload, because there has to be something. And this time they can't pull the Persona 5 Royal 60 FPS patch, but they can pull this. This is, by the way, I'll be honest, this is the worst this is one of the worst steelbooks I've seen, because it's basically the cover and the background is terrible. You know, and you know what? I gotta show this to you. All right, so here I have both the Royal steelbooks. Let me. Oh, did I pressed something on the keyboard? I should stop doing that. But these are the Royal steelbooks. Now, this steelbook I really love, but the major concern I have with these the PS5 steelbook is you can. Oh god, don't drop it. The inside art, there's like this inside art which is really pretty. Like I don't know if you can see this. I have to put it up close. This, like, the ring light is missing here, but there's this inside art which is really cool. Now the main problem I have, let me just put it to the side, because if this drops my heart is gonna stop. Oh god, it's not okay, it's going in. If, like, I gotta put it far away. This is the PS5 one. First of all, oh yeah, I also gotta mention the cover and the art inside the steelbook, like here, this cover for a steelbook is different, but for the PS5 it's the same. And then this is pale. Like, I know it's the tarot cards, but come on. And the sad part is just the city skyline as the background, which is pretty blank. Like, I don't know if you can see it as well. So this is something I just hate. Like, this was not thought of. This was just a quick money-making scheme, and I fell for it, but that's not the point. This is a terrible steelbook. I hate it so much. And the only thing they offered was 60 FPS patch. And I know some people are going to comment, well, they were also giving you all the DLCs. Honey. Okay, I will not say honey. Every DLC for Royal is now free, even if you own the PS4 version. So, unless you're being fancy or a big collector like Glaze, Persona, like I do, you, like, there's no reason for you to buy this. Like, the fact that they released that, and this is something I feel like they might do for the Switch 2 version, and just also do it for the PS5 and Xbox One, where they'd just be like, here, have this new, I don't know, blue edition, revamped edition, reload, relaunched edition, or something like that, and then give us a steelbook. I doubt they do that. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Now, what I want for the Switch 2. There are two things that I want for the Switch 2, and what do I think they'll do for the Switch 2? One of the things I feel like they'll do, probably a steelbook, but I can't confirm that. Now, there are two things. If one of them gets, like, here's the thing. One of them gets, like happens, I'm happy. Now, if you are in this channel, you guys know I love my goat. Bring her. This is it. Like, the stars are aligning. A portable console, though it's also a home console, but a portable console getting Persona 3 Reload, or getting Persona 3. What happened when, how did FEMC came to be? Persona 3 portable for the PSP. Haha. But here's the thing. At this point, this is just hoping, instead of saying, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. I'm hoping this does happen. But at the same time, I can't give like 100% like, oh, this will happen. It's more so I'm hoping for it to happen. Now, this is the best time to release FEMC, because here's the thing. I've been saying this for like months now. When Switch 2 releases, when we get Persona 3 Reload for Switch 2, that's the only chance we have for FEMC. After that, it's limbo. It's in limbo. She can come never. She can release in 1 year, 10 years, 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years, or never. Like, this is the only time we can see FEMC. I'm hoping we see her. But it's wishful thinking. And chances are there. It's not zero, because the next thing that I'm going to talk about, probably the chances are zero, but this is my pick. And the other pick I want, spoilers for Persona, Arena, and Persona 3 ahead. Click away if you want to, I kind of showed it. But this. Now, let me explain. I haven't reached that part in Arena, but I know about this part. So, spoilers here. In Arena, Elizabeth becomes the wild card, starting her journey with the full Arcana. Now, this happens because for like years, not years, but like 2-3 years, years, since the like end of Persona 3 The Answer, Elizabeth is trying to free Makoto's soul and like find a way to stop Erebus at the same time, and also free Makoto's soul. So as far as I know, whenever Erebus tries to like attack the door, Elizabeth just one-shots him. Yeet, die. Like, that's what Elizabeth does. I wouldn't mind. Now, this should, if it's a separate game, I wouldn't mind that. But I wouldn't mind a DLC where you play as Elizabeth, and now you're like trying to save Makoto. They could add something like that, because this is something that if you play Reload, Atlus is like talking about it. It's not like Atlus just dropped it suddenly. Like, oh, Atlus just showed it in Arena, and now Atlus is like worried. What should we do about it? No, Atlus did drop it in like hints of it in the Answer Reload. So this is probably in their minds, just thinking what to do with it. I'm hoping you can make the argument this has 0% chance, and they might do it in the future. But this is the Persona 4 Arena has a modern release. They could just do this, where you play as Elizabeth, and you're trying to save Makoto's soul. Now, a lot of people want him to be revived. I don't really care if they revive him or not. A lot of people say it's out of the, like, removes the concept of death. Here's the thing. Everybody that died in Persona 3 Reload, except for Makoto and Kotone, have technically been revived. Like, yeah, Chidori is alive. If you play the FEMC route, Shinji is alive. Like, who's dead? Takaya and Jin, or maybe only Jin. But, like, that's it. Like, and who cares about Jin? Sorry to the 3 Jin fans. But, yeah, this is something that I really wish. Now, what I think would happen is we'll just get some costumes. Oh yeah, by the way, the thing is, what they could do for this is maybe they just release a Switch edition, and it's basically like, hey, you get all the DLCs of the if you buy the Switch version, you get all the DLCs except for the new one, all the previous DLC except for this one. And if you buy the launch edition or the special edition, you get the season pass to get this DLC. And for the PS5 and Xbox version, you can also get the special edition, or you can just like buy the DLC. They could do something like that, but then again, like, this is wishful thinking. Now for the final piece. This is what they can do. It's not just Persona 3 dancing in Moonlight. I'm not saying they're gonna make a dancing. No, the costumes. They can just add more costumes, because this is, I've talked about disappointment in Reload. They could have milked this game a lot. They didn't for some reason with DLCs. Like the dancing costumes, the Q costume, even when Persona 5 got them. Persona 1 costumes, Persona 2 costumes. Metaphor got all them. The Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 costumes, like, Metaphor got them. And, like, they could just push this out. Persona Q costumes, Persona dancing costumes, and the Arena costumes. Though Makoto wouldn't get those neither with Shinji. But, like, the Arena costumes and other stuffs here and there. They could just, boom, throw them in. Like, hey, have this. Like, I don't know. And there is one costume. Let me open this. Alright, so there's this mod which gives Makoto the Ryuji costume. Like, if you don't know what Ryuji is, I won't go deep into it, even though I just spoiled the answer, kind of. But, like, you get the Ryuji costume, like, if it's a mod. They could do something like that. I really love this mod. Like, I don't play on PC, so modding is out of the question unless I get a good PC, which I don't have at the moment. Like, this is a good costume. If they did this, I wouldn't be opposed. But that's my thoughts on Reload. Tell me in the comments, what do you think we'll get for Reload for Switch 2? Or we'll just get a release and nothing else? That could happen, considering if my theory is correct, but they're treating these games separately with remakes, mainline remasters, and stuff like that. Tell me if you're excited for Raido Kuzunoa. Tell me which of these editions do you have? Do you love collecting Steelbooks? Whatnot? Are you excited for Switch 2? Tariffs are there, so... But, alright, my Raandigars. See you guys next time with another Persona, Dragon Ball, Shin Megami Fairy Tail, whatever video. Consider subscribing, trying to make this YouTube thing an actual thing. Tell me what you think in the comments below what we'll see with Reload. Like, comment, subscribe. Consider subscribing, tell me this. I said that already. I'm looking to stop recording. Bye, 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 bye.